I'm joined here by Nancy Forster. She's with Team 8364, the Rising Star Academy. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having us.
So you are the coach. First, I want to talk about what Rising Stars Academy is.
Sure. We are a post-secondary school for special needs individuals 18 to 26. We have another program in our building that goes past that, but I work in the 18 to 26 program. So everyone in our school and in our team has a disability of one form or another.
That really speaks to the inclusiveness that robotics, I think, has to offer. Talk about how welcoming this place is to the Rising Stars Academy and students.
It's kind of amazing. No one ever has treated us though as we're different or that we're special. We are just another team. When we need help, they come over and help. They don't act like we should know how to do this or why haven't we done it. When we need a program or someone runs over the program. When we're in the pits and we're driving, they treat us like they come over and ask, strategies. They're yelling at us like they would their own team just because they get excited. But our kids love that just because, students. But they love that because they are a part of it and they aren't made to feel any different.
They're not treated any differently.
No different, And that's, I think, what I love about it. You come in and you wouldn't know that we are a special needs team unless we told people, really, the way they treat us. So that's amazing.
So we were talking earlier just about how motivated these students are to get work done. You can walk out of the room. If you want to talk about just how much they've been able to excel.
Truly, especially this year, and I just want to mention the videos just because that's really what did it. We were able to watch the video and pause it if needed. We could rewind. When there were problems, we'd watch it again. And every video came with things we could print out. So we knew going into video one, here's the supplies we were going to need. Here's all those things we needed. So there's no question. And that gave some of our students who maybe were a little bit lower than others the opportunity to get the tools and participate and be a part of it and know that they were going to be able to figure this out because we didn't have to read a paper and try to picture it. It was right there for us, and that made it so much easier.
Oh, yeah, and what we're referencing is the virtual robotics studio. Those are new this year, and especially for the academy and for these students, it really it did help them. Like you said, we were talking about how
it helped tremendously because not only that, but I don't have any robotics experience. I was put into this because of a teacher who was doing this.
Sure.
And this year I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I get it. Okay, that's what they want. And I said, especially having even new teams start up or with new mentors, this was the perfect thing because we could watch it and go, gotcha. Because sometimes when you hear it and you're like, I'm not really sure if that's where it's supposed to be, but these were truly, like, we got through the season this year because of those videos.
Wow.
Yes.
And just like you said, like kind of reading it on paper, I mean, it's like following an instruction manual how to build a dishwasher. So you're like, I don't know if this is the part where it's supposed to go.
Yes, and in the video, the guy would be like, okay, he would count, like, you're going to put a screw here, and we'd all pause, and the student would go over and circle it so that we knew, and we'd just check. It was that almost accountability.
Sure.
They did the video. We got to watch it. We're like, okay, matches, we're good. We can move on. And there was no doubt. We just knew that we were going to succeed this competition for sure because we had those.
What was your experience? You said you have no robotics background. I think that's interesting to come in as a coach with no robotics background. What is that been? I'm sure it's an adjustment.
It is. It started because our program started, I think, in 2020, right before the pandemic, so they didn't get to do that. And then I came in the next year. So the teacher I was with was doing this program. She's since left, so because she left, I got into that position, and it was kind of like, okay. It was like a deer in the right.
Yeah.
And like I said, and that's truly what helped me this year too was the videos, because I have no clue when they're telling you all these things, and so even I could go, oh my gosh, I get it, and so I could help build in that, and then coming here, the fact that you can ask for anything and someone helps, and you're not like, oh, that team. They didn't do this. They didn't bring this. It was like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. Let's help. And if someone doesn't get it, someone else walks up and is like, did they fix that for you?
Yeah.
And I love that it doesn't matter who we are or where area we're at. They're going to come and they're going to help you, and you're not made to feel bad about it. And then you just feel good. Like if someone's like, do you have this? We're like, yes, we do. And share it with them because you just feel like you want to pay it forward at that point.
So where is the academy located?
We are in Centerline, about 9.5 in Van Dyke, just down from the police station. We're like a block away from Van Dyke. It was an old elementary school that's been converted into our program. We have a bakery that does bread for 75 different restaurants. We do juice and stuff for Beyond Juice, and we make their energy bites. So we have a lot of exposure that we're trying to get our students involved in job training, job skills, so that they can be a part of the public and encourage the public to see that our students are capable of doing things.
Wow.
So that it's like hanging out with your best friends all day. So it really is an awesome job to be at,
That sounds like
and so
it. So I also understand, too, I want to touch back to building your guys' bot this year. Obviously, the videos were very helpful. I also know that this is the first year you guys did not have to send parts out.
Correct.
Talk about how important that was.
So our first year that I joined, we sent our robot out, and another team helped us build it. We were fans. It was awesome. We got to do it, and they helped us do stuff. Last year, we still had to send it out for a few things just because we didn't get it. But this year, and I tell our kids they have to be so proud. This was 100% built by our students. I didn't even help. I sat back, I watched. They went to go, they did it. The one student we have would have other people take it apart, put it together again and again, so he understood it, and so that they understood it. But I said the accomplishment of them saying 100% we built this is such ownership. So every match now is even bigger and better because that was them. And if there's a problem now, they're really actively seeking to figure it out and find out why. Or when the people come over to help us, they're really interested now in listening to find out what could be done different because this is their project, where it's not like they're just helping and we're not paying attention. They're really into what was this? How do we fix this?
How do we do this?
Yeah. So and giving them so much more confidence about what's going on.
Sure. And I'm sure the videos too were almost like another mentor or a coach was there, so you could walk out of the room and they still have somebody there that's teaching them, that's guiding them how to take these steps.
Otherwise we were always stuck in the room hovering over them, just like trying to figure everything out. But at this time I could sit back and I'm like, I'll be right back. And I'd come back and they were still working on it because they were engaged in it because, they had someone who knew what was going on.
Sure.
And you didn't have to ask questions. The video literally went step by step, and he explained things that almost like he could hear you asking questions.
You're like, wait, where does this go?
I was like, how did you get that? And he would and so it was perfect because, I could leave them alone for a little bit knowing when I left or came back, they were watching it, and a couple of them watched them at home so that they would have an idea when they came back to school as to what was going on.
Actually excited to do some homework.
Yes, I'm like, we don't get that very much, but, but this made a huge difference, so they were very happy with that.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm going to throw it back up to you guys.